Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Neetche, and I'll be bringing you all of the action for the Reddit Inhouse game going on right now. So far, we're still in the banning stage. We have Lee Sin, Shen, and Heimerdinger banned out, Blitzcrank, Evelyn, and the last ban being looked at right now. Now, Lee Sin is a very strong jungler. His ganks can be amazing. Shen, of course, has his global ultimate that can make him scary and able to pop up anywhere on the map at any time. And the Heimerdinger ban, I really don't understand. Not at all. Blitzcrank ban, very common. Evelyn is an incredibly strong mid lane right now. And Renekton has a good early game, though not a very common ban. The first pick, we have LeBlanc being picked up. A very good AP assassin, and if she can get rolling, there's no stopping her. Looks like an Ezreal Taric lane being picked up for the purple team here. Now that is of course a very strong team. It can play defensively, it can play very offensively, and all around just a good lane. Taric has a stun, he's got a heal, armor buff, and Ezreal is very well known for his poke and his very annoying escape that has an incredibly low cooldown. So there's no reason to switch that one up, and it'll give any lane a problem. So let's see if that gets locked in. 1 second. Yes, okay. So the bottom lane for the purple team is locked in, and what looks to be the mid lane for the blue team. Now let's see what they have going for the next picks. Oh, a Mumu being looked at here. Now, a Mumu is incredibly popular right now at all levels because people have found out if you put a little bit of ability power on a Mumu, he can do really good damage. Now, his early clear speed is always going to be an issue. It's always a problem. He can always be counter jungled. But once a Mumu gets rolling, his ganks at level 6 and beyond are amazing. And Morgana also. Now this means that someone is going to be doing something interesting somewhere and throwing the meta out the window. And seeing as how it's a Reddit Inhouse game, no one's really surprised. Because LeBlanc traditionally is an AP mid assassin, Morgana be an AP mid. And since obviously both of them aren't going mid, somebody is going support, I'm guessing. Morgana can be a pretty good support because she has the dark binding to root somebody in place, she can lower the magic resist that they have, and her black shield means that the stun from Taric won't be doing anything if she can time it right. While LeBlanc can go ahead and go support because she can go in and poke very well, and she can also silence. So both can be relatively good, unorthodox supports if we can just figure out which way they're going. Now, as it stands right now, LeBlanc does have the exhaust, which would make you think that she's going to go there. But who knows at this point? We'll wait till everything's locked in. Now we have Olaf being picked up for the purple team. And that's probably going to be the top laner jungle. And the Ahri picked up for the mid lane. Now, assuming that the purple team isn't scoring with the meta as well, that'll be an Ahri mid lane, who is a very good assassin. And we have Sivir being picked up and locked in instantly, because Sivir with the spell shield is a great counter for a Taric stun. And we also have Vi being looked at. Vi would be for the top lane. And that could work pretty well. Vi top lane and LeBlanc support, Morgana mid, or Morgana support. Yes, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to tell anybody somebody else's summoners. At least not without a sufficient bribe. So in 3 seconds we're going to have the top lane locked in. Okay, so we do have the blue team all locked in across. And now for the purple team, the last pick, they can either go for a top lane or for a jungle, or throw the meta out the window and pick whoever they want. Should be a good game. Now going over the blue team right now, they have Morgana and a Mumu, which make for a very good AoE composition. Sivir has decent AoE with her Boomerang Blade and Ricochet, so that would work well. LeBlanc is a single target assassin. She has almost no AoE to speak of, while Vi does have decent AoE damage. So they're looking at a pretty good AoE comp with LeBlanc support, we're guessing, which could work out very well once they get to the teamfight stage, because Sivir does scale pretty well into late game. Sivir's biggest problem is that she has no real escape. She's great for chasing, but as soon as they turn, if she doesn't have Spell Shield, she's in trouble. And we have Nidalee being picked up. So, looks like it's going to be a Nidalee top and an Olaf jungle. At least we're hoping that they have a jungle, because as at this point, nobody has Smite. So the blue team is going for the LeBlanc support, best guess at this point, and the purple team is going for the no jungle, it looks like, unless somebody picks up Smite really quick. Now, overall, I'm going to have to say that the early game is going to the purple team, simply because the Taric-Ezreal combination is very strong against a LeBlanc Sivir. I mean, the LeBlanc has some good poke, but for just a full-on engage, if Taric can bait out the Sivir spell shield, they can go in, throw down a lot of burst, and there's not a whole lot that the blue team can do against it. And mid lane, Morgana versus Ahri. Morgana has a slight advantage, I'd say, because she has the spell shield, but Morgana also only has the Dark Binding to try and catch Ahri. So if Ahri can bait out the spell shield or dodge Dark Binding, she can get down lots of free harass onto Morgana, but still, that one should be fairly even. For the top lane, we have to give it to the 2v1. I mean, when you have two people going against one, it doesn't matter who the two are, they should win pretty easily. But then again, we have a Mumu in the jungle who can come around and gank. Now his ganks are pretty good once he gets going. It just takes him a little bit to really get rolling. Now, since we have the LeBlanc going with the exhaust, let's take a look at what runes they're going to be using for this. So we have Gold Pretend, no big surprise there, Magic Resist, Armor, and Crit Chance. Looks like that one crit chance to get a lucky crit in, and you never know when it's going to be there, because that one lucky crit can really change everything around. For masteries, 0, 13, 17. So going up to get the block, reducing the basic damage, lots of the armor, only 1 point in magic resist, and getting the pickpocket. The pickpocket is incredibly good for range supports. You can just poke down and every 5 seconds get 3 more gold, just hitting one basic attack. So I guess we can say it's definitely support LeBlanc. And we'll see how it works out, because you never really can tell. Now, for the Vi top lane, let's see what they're going to run for that. Because Vi being a new champ, people are always trying out new things with them. So, scaling magic resist, physical damage, attack speed, and armor. So we have the attack damage Quince and attack speed Marks coming in here. So there's no armor except for the yellows and the seals, and so overall just going basic physical damage, trying to get in there. There's no armor penetration, just something to note that a lot of people have been working with because of the new changes to it where the flat penetration is done after percentage. The mastery is for Vi 6, 24, 0. So 6 enough for the cooldown reduction, and a little bit into the attack speed, and going all the way down 24 points in defense. That is an incredible amount, and means that Vi just wants to be tanky. And so in 5 seconds here, we'll see how it goes, and there's no smite. So we're going to see what the purple team is going to pull out of this one, because no smite means that they're going to be doing something weird, and they have to have some plan to shut down a Mumu. Because when you have a 2v1 lane and there's no jungler, it means that the two people have to shut down the enemy top lane, in this case Vi, so hard that the fact that a Mumu is going and free farming in the jungle doesn't mean anything, and they get a bigger advantage after shutting down the Vi. Now, looking at the skin war here, the most important part of any game, I'm sure you'll all agree, we have Mistletoe LeBlanc and almost Prom King Amumu. So 2 skins there against Pulsefire Ezreal and Leopard Nidalee. Now, as much as I love the almost Prom King Amumu, and Mistletoe LeBlanc is an amazing skin, love that, it's Pulsefire Ezreal. I mean, it's one of the best skins they have ever done. I mean, the dance animation is a hologram. How could you really beat that? So I'm going to give the skin war slightly to the purple team because of Pulsefire Ezreal. And so we have 2 skins versus 2 skins. Not very many coming out on either side. So, of course, from that, we can deduce that neither side is very skilled. The fact that there are platinum players on both sides and gold and silver doesn't mean anything. It's the skins that really matter. So it looks like everybody's loaded in, and we should start right here. Okay, so we have the red team up here, everybody buying and quickly going off. And the blue team, let's see, what are they going to do? Now, it's possible that the red team is simply going to do something in the jungle and go smiteless. And looks like Olaf is going with the Hunter's Machete. So he should be going into the jungle, just without smite. Now, I'm going to go off on a limb here. I'm going to say he just forgot to get smite, because smite is really essential for buff control. If you want to go for dragon, Olaf could just run in and smite it away. But at this point, Amumu's going to have a big advantage because he has smite. It means he'll be able to clear faster, and he'll be able to steal dragons and barons if he wants to, while Olaf doesn't really have that chance. He has Undertow, and that's about the only thing he can do from range, and that really doesn't do a lot of damage. We have Morgana being caught out here. The stun, the charm missing, and there's Morgana going down, being caught out. She thought she'd caught Nidalee, and Nidalee said, "Yes, you've caught me, oh no," whack, and killed her. So the red team did put this ward down here, so they'll know if Amumu goes for his blue, and they're going to go over and have Olaf start off. Now Amumu is going to be forced to start Wraiths and go red, which means that Amumu's jungle is going to be much slower. A whole lot slower, because Amumu really needs that blue. He's one of the most blue-reliant junglers for that first clear. So Olaf is getting his blue here, getting a really good leash by Ezreal. And there you go. He has got the blue. And Amumu is getting the red. And Amumu did not use smite. That's very curious. So Amumu went through, got his red without getting smite used. So he's going to plan on trying to get the blue very quickly before Olaf does anything about it. Now, we do see this ward here, which means that Olaf and everybody knows exactly where Amumu is. If they can use this to their advantage, this could really shut down Amumu's jungle, which is of course really bad. In the mid lane, we do see Morgana taking a lot of harass from Nidalee. Excuse me, not Nidalee, from Ahri. So he does have a lot of potions and the flasks. He'll be able to get that back up pretty quickly. And up top we have the gank coming in onto Nidalee. Amumu catching him right there. Nidalee's gonna fall. Flash from Amumu. There we go, there's the kill. Olaf's still here, wanting to go on Vi, but this is 2v1. This might end up very badly. Yes, there it is. Going 2v1 is always tough. And so Amumu has made up for that invade, and Vi gets to free farm top here before Nidalee shows back up. And now let's make sure we put these in the right spots. We have Tarek, Ezreal on the bottom, Ahri in the mid lane, Olaf jungle, Nidalee top. And let's do the same down here. We have Sivir and LeBlanc. Oh, we have a great Amumu gank coming in, killing Ahri. There's that one Dark Binding, set up an amazing kill right there for Amumu to come in. So right now this Amumu is doing work, gotten 3 kills for his team so far. He's gotten 1 for himself, and gotten 1 for his top laner and 1 for the mid laner. This is going exceptionally well for the blue team, and I thought the red team was going to have the early game. Apparently, I was wrong. So we go... There we go. Now we have all the lanes lined up. Now, even though Vi got free farm up top, Nidalee is ahead in farm. Though Vi does have her on the money side, she's getting the Chain Vest, and that's really going to help out for laning. Because Nidalee's auto attack harass really won't be doing anything at this point. In the mid lane here, we see Morgana beating out Ahri by 2, but that's really nothing to be surprised about right now. It's that kill that's really going to make a difference. Now, Ahri did get the Null Magic Mantle, probably going to be built into an early Chalice of Harmony, I'd guess, for some mana regeneration. Also means that that Dark Binding won't do as much damage if Ahri happens to get caught out. Near for the top lane, Nidalee is trading with Vi and wanting to trade back and forth, but that Chain Vest is really helping out a lot. You can see how much health that Vi lost, and really not a lot, and that's mostly because of the Chain Vest there. And not to mention, Vi also has pretty good damage. Now we have Olaf finding Amumu in the jungle. Now, this is slightly odd because Amumu is usually one being counter-jungled. He's not the one going in and counter-jungling. And Morgana's here to help, and Amumu is going to make it out. We have Nidalee coming down from the top lane. Oh, there's the charm catching onto Amumu. Amumu should be dead here. And there's a last auto attack from Ahri to make it happen. So that was Amumu getting a bit cocky and going and invading an Olaf, which is not something you see very often. He almost got away with it, but Nidalee coming down really sealed the deal for him. Now we see bottom the dance going on. LeBlanc putting down some good harass, but the heal from Tarek is just doing good work there. Now I feel like something's going to happen down bottom here. Both supports really play aggressively, want to get something down. Okay, there's a stun off on Tarek, onto LeBlanc, and nothing really happens except for a bit of harass onto Tarek. Now the harass still going back and forth here. LeBlanc is getting dangerously low. As soon as LeBlanc hits 6 though, she'll have some good bursts she can throw out, and Amumu is coming down. Amumu is seen by the ward here. So the red team knows where he is going to back off, and Amumu going for more counter jungling. This is one ballsy Nunu warding up the red-blue buff there, and going in. Amumu is engaging, Ahri is 6, hits her ult, got the charm there, Ezreal in, Tarek in. This is another dead Amumu from the invades. He's just getting really ballsy here, and LeBlanc clone almost dies, and we don't really care about the clone though. This does mean that Sivir and LeBlanc are really low, and the flash from Ahri is good, but missing the charm. Almost getting LeBlanc there, so close, under 200 health, but missing that charms really caused some issues. And let's rewind here and see exactly how this went down. So we have Olaf going back for his blue, but the ward is there. He should know about this ward. He saw it go down. Morgana catching him out in a Dark Binding. Ultimate goes off, and Olaf is not level 6, so he's can't do anything. And Morgana picks up a nice, easy kill because of the ward. And Morgana is backing off. She's not going to be stupid enough to stay and get the blue buff, but she was able to kill Olaf, and that brings it to 4-4 on the kills at 8 minutes. So this is going to be a pretty high kill game, I think. Right now, as any record, everybody's invading everybody else, and lots of big plays being made by both sides. For the most part, Big plays are working out. Now, as far as CS goes, we have Nidalee up by 10 CS on Vi in the top lane, which is a nice lead she's got going. In the jungle, we have Amumu 10 CS up on Olaf, but for the junglers, it's a lot harder to say who's winning on that one, simply because the ganks mean so much. In the mid lane, we see that Morgana is 4 CS up on Ahri, and there's the hit by Amumu getting the bandage tossed in, forcing the ultimate from Ahri. They don't get very much damage, but they did blow the ult, which means if he can gank again soon, she'll have no ult to escape. Down the bottom, the AD carries are dead even when it comes to CS. Both building very standard, though Ezreal does have the flask, so that might give him a small advantage when it comes to sustain. He has also got the heal from Taric to help him out. Both of them have the Empiric Scepter, and Boots 2 completed for Ezreal, while just the Tier 1 for Sivir. Both supports picking up the Philosopher's Stone, still a very common item simply because of the health generator it gives. Nidalee going hard onto Vi up top. She's getting her really low, and that's the power of level 6 Nidalee. When she gets 6, she can do a combo from range, jump in Cougar form there, and do even more. So Nidalee is really doing well now. Got over a 20 CS advantage now, and she might be diving Vi soon. I mean, when someone's under half health, and you're able to get them that low, here we go. And Olaf in the area too. Easy gank right there. Olaf not even taking that much damage from the turret. And the top lane is going to start snowballing pretty quick unless Amumu does something, I think. Because Vi is going to be up 30... Nidalee is going to be up 30 CS on Vi pretty soon with the kill. And this one's not going to go too pretty. Now, Vi does have some good potential late game, but I'm not sure if she's going to be tanky enough going into it simply because of how hard she's getting hit. Now, it does look like Olaf is going to be getting the Wriggles pretty soon, which is different from the Spirit Stone you see from junglers like Amumu, because he goes a lot of auto attacks, while Amumu does more magic damage. Oh, Sivir baiting up the spell right there from Taric, and Sivir's very low. They might be able to kill LeBlanc. What's going to happen? LeBlanc getting away too? A beautiful gank coming in from Ahri, but LeBlanc and Sivir both making it out alive. We have Morgana down here facing a 3v1. The Taric is low. It doesn't look like they're going to go dive. Even though they could possibly, they're not going to try it. We have Vi trying to get some damage down on Nidalee, and Nidalee taking some good damage from the turret. We have Ahri picking up her blue buff here, and hopefully that'll get her to swing the mid lane in her advantage. Up top again, Nidalee is pushing incredibly hard onto Vi, and Nidalee doesn't really have any ward coverage, and so she's going back. Amumu pinging onto Ahri mid. Now, Ahri's ultimate is down from the gank earlier, and both CC missing, but the ultimate going off, and Ahri is going to go down from this one. Yep. As happens when you have all those nice AoE ults, they both missed the single target binding. The bandage toss and dark binding missed, but the AoE ults was able to pick that one up. So they got the kill, but that was 2 AoE ultimates blown. So if the red team wants to go ahead and force a dragon now, this would not be a very bad time, simply because Morgana ult and Amumu ult are down, and those have pretty long cooldowns. Down the bottom, we do see Taric taking a good bit of damage, and their blue team is going to go ahead and try and get the dragon. They know Ahri is not in the area, and they know Taric is pretty low, so they're going to get this. It looks like they're going to get it for free, because there's no wards by the red team to see this coming. If they did, they'd know how low Amumu is. That Amumu is incredibly low. He's under 100 health right now, and he's just walking out. Oh, that's so close there. Now we do see Morgana. She might be going down off this. Yeah, the charm landing caught out beautifully, but that's still just Morgana for the dragon.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
Up top, no surprise, Nidalee was able to force Vi out and take the turret. Nidalee is 2 levels up now on Vi, and over double her CS. So that's going to be a real pain for Vi later on. Now LeBlanc here just playing hide and go seek with Olaf there, making it out safely. LeBlanc is one of the great escape artists. Not quite as good as Shaco, but still quite good. And Nidalee here pushing even harder onto Vi. Not something that you really expect to see happen, because Mumu's in the area. There we go. When you keep pushing so hard like this, you open yourself up for ganks pretty easily. The bandage toss missing from Amumu, which lets Nidalee know that Amumu's right there and just gonna walk away from it. Possibly walking away from it, or not. Nidalee is quite confident that Amumu went away, so Nidalee is pushing again, even though she knows that Amumu's right there. We have Olaf coming in from behind Amumu. This could be a nasty 2v2 for the blue team. Flash being used by Vi, and that's probably going to be a dead Vi here, because Olaf is here. Olaf gets the slowdown. You have Nidalee coming back in. Vi's getting low, but so is Olaf. Bandage toss, dodged again, and Olaf is backing off. Amumu using his ult that just came up. Morgana's in the area, and now it's a 4v1 onto Nidalee, and we'll see if she can get away from this one. It's a big maybe, because she has almost the entire team chasing after her. Nidalee's going down. Looks like she's going to be able to get away. There she goes. She's hit the bush. She's got her passive. They know exactly where she is, but doesn't matter because she got away. So Nidalee doing an excellent escape job there, and not making a big difference. Now we did have Ahri go down in all this. So we have LeBlanc getting caught out, and LeBlanc hitting the stun, and Morgana being there to pick up the kill. Yeah, Morgana is really good with the timing, because so far she showed up 3 different times to help save somebody or get a kill. Let's speed back up to live. We have the red team pushing in. Now even after all these good catches, the red team is still up almost 1,000 gold. So even though they're getting the kills, the farm is really in favor of the red team. So when you look at the farm, we have 63 to 120 for the top lane. An insanely big lead there. And here we go back up to live. In the jungle, we have a 10 CS for Mumu. A small lead, but only a small one. In the mid lane, Ahri is losing by about 10 CS as well to Morgana. Morgana doing really good work, so definitely winning the mid lane there. Turek throwing out some small harass, no big deal. And Sivir with a tiny 5 CS lead over Ezreal, not much to write home about. Another Dark Binding going down on Ahri. This Ahri is really catching those Dark Bindings, and if you keep letting Morgana get those, she's going to get the kills. Now Mumu having to blow his ultimate to get away from Nidalee, and Ahri coming down for a gank on bottom, and it looks like she's going to die, yeah. Ahri going in a bit too deep there without her bot lane. Morgana using her ult, dead Tarek, might be a dead Ezreal as well. See if he can dodge this next Dark Binding. Oh, the binding from LeBlanc coming out. The cleanse and the flash from Sivir able to pick up that last kill. That's 3 kills for none, and top lane, Olaf's almost getting away. Nidalee able to pick up the kill onto Amumu though. But still, Olaf almost died from that. I mean, you can see how low he is. He got to about 5 health to walk away. So the red team is winning on the farm, but the map awareness from the blue team is really hurting him at this point. Morgana showing up, always getting these kills. Ahri tries to come down for a gank and ends up giving 3 kills to the blue team. So Sivir right now is 3-0-1 to the 0-1-1 of Ezreal. And Sivir going for a very curious build. going for 2 BF swords, and instead of rushing the early Bloodthirster like you normally see. Now, I honestly don't know why you'd go for that, but I'm hoping there's a reason for it. Oh, the charm going out into Morgana, and good harass going both ways. So for Sivir's items, she might have just double bought, or she wants to do that for later. I don't know, because the BF sword gives 45 attack damage, where a fully stacked Bloodthirster will give 100. So you're still a 10 CS down compared to fully stacked Bloodthirster, but I don't know. Maybe she'll buy a Bloodthirster next, once you get the flat damage now as opposed to 30 creeps later. Sometimes you don't know, or it could have just been a misclick buying 2 of them. If you're going to buy 2 of something as an AD carry, 2 BF swords is not really a bad way to go, simply because you can use both pretty easily. Infinity Edge and Bloodthirster are very common items. Now we have Warmogs being picked up on Vi. With how powerful Warmogs is right now, that could really help her later on, as she can survive and regenerate a lot of this harass coming down from Nidalee. Though Nidalee does have the Iceborne Gauntlet right now, an incredibly popular new item that will give her slows whenever she's attacking somebody. And since one of Nidalee's biggest problems is lack of CC, this is really going to help her out and help her chase people down. So I'm expecting big things from this Nidalee now. She's got the Giant's Belt, and she's going to be working towards a lot of damage onto Vi. Up in the mid lane, looks like we have some harass going down both ways, and all of it missing. Which is, of course, exactly what you want to have for harass when you throw it down. There's nobody hit anything, because really they're just posturing and pacifists at heart. Mumu coming in, catching Nidalee. The Vi blew her ult there, I think, and Nidalee using the Iceborne Gauntlet to escape here. Vi charging in, and Nidalee might be in trouble here. Ahri is coming over. Ahri blowing her ult to get in range. Amumu's in trouble, and the Vi had to 1v1 Nidalee, and that didn't go well. So the Ahri coming over did help because it forced out the Amumu. Now there's a team going on. We have a good team fight going in here. Morgana getting off a nice ult and dying before the stun can go off. It's a problem with Morgana. She wants to get in and get the stun off on everybody, but she has to stay in range of everybody too, which means they can kill her while she does it. Olaf incredibly low from that exchange. And this might be a turret for the red team, but LeBlanc wants to come in and kill Olaf. You can see it in him. A nice charm coming down from Ahri onto Amumu. Amumu getting the bandage toss up. LeBlanc going in, gonna get the stun. Yes, but then she dies there to Nidalee, and Amumu going down to Ezreal, which means the red team has a nice lead here, and they're about to get another turret. So we do have Vi here coming back in, but this might be a bad idea because there's still all 5 members of the red team here, even though Olaf is incredibly low. So it looks like the red team's just going to take the blue buff and walk away. So Dragon is up, and the red team will probably want that. And it's important to note, the red team has wards now. I'm very happy about that, because wards save lives, and they give you kills. So lots of wards coming out here, and the blue team now doesn't have very many wards. They have 1 on Baron, and 1 over here, but that's about it. No, so they have 3 wards up, compared to about the 7 or so from the red team. Though, some are expiring now. And ward coverage is incredibly important. And it's much easier now in Season 3, because you have the Ruby Sightstone and other items like it, that give you more free wards. So looking over the items right now, we have the Iceborne Gauntlet on Nidalee, and the Archangel Staff. So she's going for a true hybrid build, and I'm not sure if Nidalee's really caught out or not. We have Amumu coming in. Oh, Nidalee missing the wall there. Nidalee could have gotten away if you don't get over that wall, but missed that one ever so slightly. Now the red team knows what the blue team is, and they're still going for the dragon here. We're not sure what's going to happen. Both sides know what's going on. Stun going out from Tarek. Oh, the bandage toss from Amumu catching Ahri. That's a dead Ahri. Probably a dead Tarek while we're at it. Tarek flashing over. We have the stun going out, but this bandage toss from Mumu might be able to get the kill. Oh, Dark Binding barely missing. Oh, everything barely missing Tarek there. But it was just enough for him to go and get away. So they were able to pick up the Ahri there and the kill on Nidalee, which means there should be a free dragon for the blue team if they want to go for it. Throwing out the pink ward here, and they're not going to go for it. Blue team's going to take their 2 free kills, say thank you very much, and leave. Okay, red team coming in here. Wow. Now, you do not see ultimates like that every day from Ezreal. Slicing across, timing where the LeBlanc was going to be. I have no idea how he actually knew where she was. I mean, they have the ward over here, but he caught LeBlanc over in this area near the red buff. So that was an amazing ultimate by Ezreal, picking up the kill there. And that is probably going to be the kill that gets him the dragon here. So they're checking to see where everybody is. 2 wards going out. Probably because there's a Ruby Sightstone on Olaf and on Tarek. I'm personally of the opinion that the Ruby Sightstone is an excellent item for tanky junglers and tanky top lanes. Because you always need more wards. Always, always, always. It's never a bad idea to have them. And it gives health. And so it's a really great way to go if you want to buy a couple wards. And Nidalee is split pushing the top lane here, hurting Vi. Olaf blowing his ultimate, and Mumu flashing in and taking the dragon. Just like I said earlier, that would happen. We have Morgana coming in here, using her ultimate, getting some kills in here, but Ahri also falling to Sivir, Olaf getting incredibly low, Ezreal in the area, and that might end up a 2 for 2 here, because Ezreal's in the back line, plinking away at people. Oh, Ezreal is also going in again. And Olaf is here. Don't know why they kept going after that clone. They must have known it was a clone. And LeBlanc getting chased down here. Oh, that was an amazing bait by LeBlanc, pulling in everybody so that Sivir could come back and kill him. So very good play there by LeBlanc. Just keeping everybody in the area long enough for Sivir to come back and get a kill on Olaf. So this game is definitely going back and forth. Less than 300 gold separating the 2 teams here at 26 minutes. Now this is looking to be a really good game. So we do have Ezreal being caught out, using his cleanse, astral shifting away, but getting caught by Vi and going down. That's really going to hurt him. Nidalee in the area trying to escape. And LeBlanc aiming to cut her off. And it looks like she will be able to get away. Vi still in pursuit. But with that slow from the Iceborne Gauntlet, it's going to be pretty tough.
Unstoppable.
And while we're at it, we have some action going on mid lane. Let's go ahead and follow this. So we have 2-on-2 here. And Mumu coming up from the mid lane. Ahri getting hit by another Dark Binding. And Mumu coming in, getting the bandage tossed, and that's all she wrote. Tarek's gonna go down too. Nothing needed to stop that. Double kill for the AD carry. As I was saying earlier, with several of those 2 BF swords, has an Infinity Edge and Bloodthirster. So she is gonna be hitting incredibly hard with those boomerang blades. And her Ricochet is gonna be doing really good too. Because a lot of people think that you need to have the attack speed on AD carries, and though it helps, Sivir has a lot of auto attack resets with the boomerang blade, so she doesn't need it quite as much as others. And just like that, the blue team pulls ahead by almost 3,000 gold in just 2 minutes. So going back and forth, we'll see what the red team does in response, because so far no one's really been able to get a lead and keep it for very long. Now, we do have another Iceborne Gauntlet on Ezreal, incredibly popular item. So they have ranged slows on Nidalee and Ezreal, and a ranged slow on Olaf, a charm on Ahri, and a stun on Tarek. Lots of good CC coming out from the red team right now. On the blue side, we have Vi, who has her ultimate that'll pop somebody up. We have Mumu with his bandage toss. We have Morgana with her dark binding and her ultimate that can hold everybody down. And Mumu getting caught out here. Mumu going right through there and getting caught by the Ezreal ultimate. Though it might have been overkill. Overkill is always fun. Vi using your ultimate here, and Ezreal getting chunked by Sivir. That really hurts. And Nidalee getting caught by the rest of the team. The blue team here is doing an excellent job of grouping up. You have Nidalee and Ezreal over on the side, gotta harass down, get a kill on a Mumu, and then die for it. So overall, this is really swinging hard in the favor of the blue team. Sivir on the backside just able to put out a massive amount of burst compared to Ezreal, because all he has is the Bloodthirster and then some utility and a little bit of damage from the Iceborne Gauntlet, compared to Sivir, who has some attack speed now, Infinity Edge, and the Bloodthirster. Now, is Olaf going to fall? Sivir's getting so close. Nope, Olaf's going to make it away by just a hair. The Sivir's putting out such good damage right now. So we do have the Zhonya's Hourglass being finished on Morgana. This is one of the most essential items for Morgana, because when she runs to the middle of the team, she hits her ultimate, sends the chains out to everybody, and then she can Zhonya's, so they can't kill her while she sits in the middle of the team. LeBlanc going in, and I don't know if she meant to bait there, but a Mumu blowing his ultimate to keep her safe, and though she got really low, yeah, Mumu really saved her life there. This Morgana is hitting all of her dark bindings this game, and really hurting. Ahri, you can see, is low from one combo. Ahri gonna get bound again. The Vi ultimate being used on Ahri. Ahri gonna fall. Heal being used, but she does fall. Morgana hitting her ult. The stun goes off onto two people. And there we have Taric going down, but Ezreal's here now. Ezreal able to pick up a Mumu. Ezreal also picking up Vi while that was happening. Sivir coming in to do lots of damage, but Sivir is kind of squishy. Olaf able to pound her down with all of that armor that he's been stacking and the health. So Nidalee wanting to go hard onto Morgana. Morgana's low on mana. I don't know if she has enough here. LeBlanc here to save the day and force Nidalee out. LeBlanc did miss all of her chains there, so wasn't able to pin him down and get the kill. But Ezreal here, incredibly low, able to make it away with that Iceborne Gauntlet. So Nidalee is on top of a ward here. Nidalee with that big heal really wants to go in for LeBlanc, and she might catch her. LeBlanc has mana, but not a whole lot. Olaf from the backside. Another chain going down. Ultimate from Olaf, making sure he doesn't get stunned out. LeBlanc bouncing back and forth as she is wont to do. And a binding going down on Nidalee, and LeBlanc doing a great job of bouncing around and escaping from both Nidalee with the slow and Olaf. So I might have to relook at LeBlanc and her ability to bounce around after she was just reworked a little bit, because she is showing that she can get out of most situations incredibly well. Now we do have Twin Shadows being picked up by Morgana. Now this is a curious item that I think we should start seeing a bit more, because whenever you activate it, every 2 minutes, it will send out 2 ghosts that will show you where the enemy is, the nearest 2 enemies, and it will slow them by 40%. This can really hurt anybody that you want to chase down, because it'll slow them. So, interesting pickup. It also gives movement speed and magic resist. So an item usually picked up on supports, but now that it's Season 3, everything is changing, so we don't really know what's a support item and what's not. Now we do have LeBlanc picking up an Aegis of a Legion, while Taric does not have... Well, Taric does have it. It looks like Olaf is building one too? So we might have a double Aegis coming out, though neither of the Aegises is upgraded to the new Bulwark. We have an Oracle's picked up by LeBlanc. Of course, it's always a powerful item, but it means if she goes down, There's 400 gold down the drain, or if she just waits 5 minutes. So we'll see Amumu here catching an amazing ultimate across Ari. Morgana in, catching 2 people in the stun. Zhonya's out. Olaf diving on the back line, but dying to Sivir. In the meantime, we have LeBlanc and Morgana going down because Ezreal is plinking on them. Via ultimate going in, but Ezreal able to kill him. Well, the timing on there might not be the best. Ezreal able to pick up Sivir and Amumu going down. There's the ace. Red team showing that they can still dish out the damage and coming back into this and once again lowering the gold lead to less than 1,000 gold. At 33 minutes, this is a crazy game going back and forth. We had an amazing engage by Amumu, but his team just wasn't there to really fill in all the damage that they needed. Olaf doing a great job of diving the back line and keeping everybody engaged long enough so that Ezreal could really just go through and already do some good damage. So we have 2 turrets and an inhibitor being picked up for that kill. And this, well, who knows? Definitely going to swing it into the red team's favor. But with this game, it's going to swing back and forth at least a couple more times before it's over. There's a LeBlanc there, making sure they don't finish it off, but she's in no position to go in by herself and try and kill people, because it's support LeBlanc, and all she has is an Aegis. Not exactly a high damage item for LeBlanc. Now we do have Ahri picking up a Giant's Belt. So Ahri wants to make sure she is tanky enough to not get burst down in case she's caught by a Morgana. Morgana catching out Taric here, but doing little more than just poking down. We have Baron being aggroed a bit, and Baron actually doing a crazy amount of damage to LeBlanc. Taric getting caught out again by another Dark Binding, and dying to Sivir. These Dark Bindings are making this game, it's crazy. So we did have the Battle of the Pink Wars, and the blue team winning out because their Pink War survived. And Baron being pinged. Are they going to try this? They know Taric is down. They know that Olaf does not have Smite. And this could be a Baron here. Let's see, Baron getting very low. Nidalee in the area. Nidalee getting hit by a binding. And Nidalee gonna go down. And there's Sivir picking up the kill on Nidalee. And just like I said, it swung back in the favor of the blue team. So here you have a slight battle down mid. LeBlanc was forced to go back. Moo getting pretty low from the dragon, but let's see what they do. Taric is back up, though Nidalee is down, so it's still a 4-on-5 battle here. Vi going bottom, and you have 3 mid. Now, Inhibitor is down for the blue team, and they got some pressure top coming in. So the red team is doing fairly well, and they can easily come back from this one, as long as they can wait out the Baron, and don't let themselves get sieged on by it. Now Nidalee has a death cap now. So Nidalee's spears are going to be doing a tremendous amount of damage. And it also means that her heal is going to be fairly significant. So we'll see what Nidalee does. Nidalee is always going to be squishy, jumping into the teams, except for the fact that she's a Sunfire Cape. This is a tanky AP Nidalee. Not something you see done a whole lot. Usually it's all AP or a tanky AD. It's one of the first times I've actually seen a tanky AP Nidalee come out. Mumu going for an engage here, not getting it. Now this would be a 4v5, and LeBlanc taking a good bit of harass, but getting out okay because she's LeBlanc, and she could bounce around almost as much as Ezreal or everybody else. So we'd have a pink ward being thrown out. Trying to hit onto LeBlanc, not much damage being done to follow it up though. Olaf looking for an engage, Taric looking for an engage, and we have Ahri on the sidelines here. And we have Mumu going in, catching 3 people into his ultimate. Vi is here now. Ahri flashing out. Taric taking a lot of damage. And Sivir and LeBlanc on the sidelines. We also have Ahri getting chased down. Let's see what happens here. Taric falling into Sivir. And looks like the blue team is going to pick this one up quite easily. And a 4-for-1 unless they get Nidalee, in which case it would be an ace. This is definitely painful. Let's go back and re-watch that fight because we missed so much of it. So everybody going in, Olaf falling down. Now, where did Ezreal die? So we have Ezreal here. There's Ezreal, there we go. I can't find Ezreal. Where the hell did Ezreal go? He just died somewhere. Ezreal died to Vi, so he must have been down bottom. Okay, there's Ezreal. We're going to follow Ezreal and see what he does, because he's a good part of their damage here. Okay, so Ezreal just got jumped on by Vi and the Mumu ultimate. Ezreal did not do any damage in this fight. Now if we watch up here, we have Nidalee and Taric, and they split up, and Nidalee gets away. This is all they could do in that part. So let's speed back up to live. And that shows the power of the Mumu ult, where he held it down so that Vi could get her ultimate off onto Ezreal and do crazy damage and just kill him. And there you have Nidalee going down because of a bandage toss. And there we go. LeBlanc getting hit hard. LeBlanc might be going down here. And yep, there goes LeBlanc. And switch back and forth. And let's see if we can fast forward back up to live. La da 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 da. Red team picks up the dragon here. And it looks like we're going to have another team fight because there's an open inhibitor for the blue team right down there. And they really want to go for it. There's no Baron buff on either side. A small advantage. About 4,000 gold. Oh, Nidalee getting caught out by Dark Binding. Gonna get hit by the Morgana ultimate. No, she bounces away in time. We have Taric getting hit hard. Ezreal doing work on the back line. Vi ultimate coming in. Getting Ahri, getting Taric. And then they also pick up Olaf. Ezreal is still alive, so there's still a chance. Because Ezreal being the AD carry, he puts out more damage than anybody else on the team. Though he wasn't able to get anybody else. It looks like they might be going for a finish here. Sivir does have her Guardian Angel and is fully built, where Ezreal is not quite yet. So Ezreal might be dying right here to Sivir. Yep, actually Vi picking up the kill. That's probably going to be game. Because they got 15 seconds for Taric, 20 seconds for Ahri, and they have one inhibitor, excuse me, one Nexus turret left. That is going to be GG all around. Very well played by both sides, but just those team fights going in the favor of the blue side because of those Amumu ultimates and Morgana and catching out people with the Dark Binding. So at 42 minutes, we have 38 to 26 on the kills, and the blue team coming out ahead for the Reddit Inhouse. Once again, I'm Neetche, and I'll be bringing you more games later.